This is Jordan Tower with JT News. Make sure you smash that like button, smash that subscribe. Let's get right into the news. All right, so we got Rick Ross, French Montana. And make sure you smash that like button. Do not forget to do that and subscribe. All right, so French Montana, Rick Ross, they had a Verzuz. Didn't have a lot of people watching. I told you guys Verzuz is over. There was like 30,000 people watching, which used to be hundreds of thousands of people watching. There was like maybe 30,000 people watching over 3 platforms. Wasn't a lot. French Montana and Rick Ross, they played no Drake. Rick Ross cut him off of Austin Martin music, which is funny because that track, I don't care what. I'll tell you the real story about this, okay? What really happened was that was Drake's song. It was Drake's song that he really did it with Justice League, right? And he passed on it. And then Rick Ross got it, put a verse on it. Well, put 2 verses on it. He brought a different vibe to it, okay? It's not like Rick Ross, it was given to him. And he got the hook from Drake, obviously. And then there's an extended version with part of Drake's verse on it. So that's what you get. They try to say, no, Rick Ross had the song and then Drake got it and made it his own version. That's not what happened. And what the Care Package compilation album was throwaways that Drake did over the past 10 years. So it was like 2009 to 2019. Throwaway tracks. There's another track with that was written for Jamie Foxx, Fall for Your Type. But it was Drake's song first. Jamie Foxx bought it from him and used it for a single, right? Which this happens all the time. Except for around this time, 2009 and 10, Drake was throwing songs on YouTube and throwing songs on, different sites to try him out. If he wasn't sure if he was going to go with it, he just threw it out. Paris Morton music was one of it. This was a different time, okay? Now, just because Google AI organizes it this way, this means that someone told it like this on the internet, and it's pulling from that. But the real is that it was Drake's song. Just like I'm On One was a Drake song that Drake gave to Khaled. He gave it to Khaled, and then they put Ross on it and Lil Wayne. There's a lot of songs that Drake propped up that propped Rick Ross up and Khaled and others, French Montana. So Drake doesn't get his credit. It is what it is. I'm not a Drake stan. That's the truth, That's like saying Jay-Z. Like saying Jay-Z propped up Rockefeller. He did. They needed him. Without Jay-Z, Rockefeller wasn't anything. It's just a fact. 50 Cent propped up G-Unit. Yes. It's just what it is. I know it's different, but it's true. It's just true, okay? Ja Rule helped out a lot of artists back in the day. Kept Fat Joe going. Irv Gotti and Ja Rule kept Fat Joe going. He was done. Academic 6, Rick Ross and French Montana versus cooked after noticing viewership was low. Yeah, everyone's noticed that. French Montana, Rick Ross performed Stay Scheming without Drake. And then Rick Ross got away. It was kind of uneventful. They're friends. They're promoting this mixtape they have coming out with Max B. Max B was there. They're using Max B's, vibe right now, basically, to try to do this mixtape. They can't even really make Minx in Miami go. It's like hit or miss. Like French Montana is always going to come out with a hit. He probably has more in the stash. But anyways, it was what it was, all right? They got paid. That's all that matters, right? Rick Ross obviously got enough money to gas his jet up, go up there, go to where they had the event. I think it was in LA, and gas the jet and go home, so it was enough money paid. Gucci Man. A lot of people are thinking that he won't take the stand. I don't think it matters if he takes the stand. Some people are saying, oh, Pooh Shiesty and Big 30 are going to get off. I don't see how that's even possible. Let's see. When what did Tekashi say in this interview? It was hilarious. I wish I still had it pulled up. He was talking to Vlad earlier, and he was going off about Gucci Man. He was like, worry about getting your respect. He was worried about getting that insurance money, right? Because he filled out their insurance forms after he got robbed, right? He says, you should have been worried about getting your respect in the streets. Getting your get back. You should have rose up. He's right. Because Gucci Man went after Pookie Loke, right? Gucci Man, I hate to say it, but it's true. The industry's turned on him. It's over. It's over. They don't care that Pooh Shiesty was robbing him to get out of his deal. Which I think is also like, you got to look at Pooh Shiesty sideways too. But Gucci Man, the boogeyman Gucci Man is gone. He shouldn't even have been dealing with he's not in the space to be dealing with a Pooh Shiesty and all these guys. He's just not. He's a family man now. His wife has him on, has him fully checked. You see him in the Breakfast Club interview. He lets her speak for him. It's over, bro. I think that she's got him heavily sedated, and rightfully so, because Gucci Man's crazy. He's bipolar. She has him taking his meds and everything. It's over, bro. He's moved on to a different chapter in his life. They should have enough money at this point. They should. We'll see. I mean, he could still, if he had just let Pooh Shiesty go, he could have still toured and everything. If he had worked out a deal with him and not have been stubborn, he could have said, hey, okay, we can work something out. You can go to Gotti. I would have just let it go. You know why? At one point, you just got to realize that the music industry is cooked. You don't need any artists. It's different. People are too independent now. I saw JD earlier weirdly saying he introduced the YNs, meaning crisscrosses and all that. He introduced that era. No, bro. What it is the cost of entry is different now. People get into it early now because they can record at home. They have access to everything, access to information. It's different. They can build a fan base on Instagram. It's just different. JD wants credit for too many things, man. Tekashi was like, yo, Gucci Man's a victim in this. He is. It is what it is. These guys, they're the new Gucci Man. It's true. Big 30 and Pooh Shiesty, they're cooked. They're going to jail, but they're the new Gucci Man. Maybe in 3-4 years, people will be waiting for them. I don't know. 5 years, whatever. French Montana says his dream versus is Jim Jones versus Max B for the mixtape days all the way up to hit records. That'll be interesting. They dropped off a new record, French Montana, French Montana, Rick Ross, Max B. All it is a Tupac beat, and they just freestyled on it. I don't know how they're going to clear that, but, they're like, the hottest record out right now. It's a mixtape song. It's a freestyle. Okay, yo, Flex. Calm down. Just say this is a good record. It's not the hottest song out right now. Well, Dame Dash responds to Cameron. Cameron today talked about how my teeth cheap. They're porcelain. You had to wait for your veneers. Dame, he destroyed Dame. Dame is a shell of himself. And Dame should stop talking. Nobody should be talking about cheap teeth when their teeth fell out on camera. Okay? Dame Dash is now pretending like he's setting up a country club now. This is really just a warehouse where he keeps his stuff for Dame Dash Studios that he once had. His wife keeps it going. Dame Dash said, "Yo, Cameron, know why I stopped messing with you? Because you're dumb. You can't run a company, blah, blah, blah." Well, who has a successful entertainment career still? Cameron. Dame, you couldn't even get a show off the ground. You couldn't even keep your hip-hop talks with Kenyatta going. Cameron has 3 shows. Like, Dame, respectfully, you gotta stop, man. You look like a cornball, bro. And I hate it when people are like, "Oh, these brothers need to come back together." That's over, man. Yo, stop with the kumbaya and the s'mores by the fire. It's not happening, bro. Yo, people aren't gonna just get along. Yo, you don't understand. They have respect for each other, and they got, Cameron even said, "I still got respect for you." But guess what? Too much stuff has been said. It'll never be the same, ever. It's over. They're gonna be taking. Dame has too much of an ego. This is forever. He's still talking about Jay-Z for the past 10 years. 10 years. It's not solving any past issues. It's just he hates Jay-Z. But you're not going to convince anybody. No matter what the truth is, it's just over. You got to leave it alone. Well, an offer was extended by Tony Yayo and Uncle Murder to have Gunplay on. Gunplay was once robbed by a G-Unit. But, he's had his problems with Rick Ross, and it's not just a bash of Rick Ross. They're just, he's like, you know what? I think I could get along with these guys. I'll go on the podcast. So Gunplay accepted. So he'll be going on their podcast. That's dope. That's about it, man. I appreciate you all. This is Jordan Tower with JT News. Make sure you smash that like button, smash that subscribe button. Very important you hit the like button because a lot of people aren't getting the videos right now. And we need to get them these videos. I'll check you in the next one. Peace.